November 24th, 1971. Portland International Airport, Oregon, USA. It was an ordinary day. People were busy, some heading to work, some to their families, others going on vacation. But on that day, a mysterious passenger boarded Northwest Orient Airlines Flight 305. A middle-aged man wearing a black suit, white shirt, black tie, and sunglasses. He wrote his name as Dan Cooper. Some called him Mr. Cooper, but history would remember him as D.B. Cooper. Flight 305 was a small Boeing 727 on a route from Portland to Seattle. There were a total of 36 passengers and several crew members. When the plane took off, everyone thought it would be just a normal one-hour trip. But that's when the most mysterious hijacking in history began. Cooper calmly sat in his seat and ordered a glass of bourbon whiskey and soda. After a while, he handed a small note to flight attendant Florence Schaffner. At first, Florence thought it might be a phone number or some sort of proposal, so she tried to put it away in her bag. Then Cooper leaned in and whispered, "Greater than Miss. Better read that note. I have a bomb." Florence froze. The note stated that Cooper had a bomb and that he was demanding $200,000 in cash and 4 parachutes. Otherwise, he would kill everyone on the plane. Cooper didn't just ask for money. He gave very clear instructions. The money must be in $20 bills. The bills should be such that they couldn't easily be tracked. He demanded 4 parachutes, not just one. Why? Because he wanted the airline and the police to believe he might take a hostage. If they gave him a fake parachute, he might take someone with him when he jumped. Cooper sat quietly, smoked, and occasionally sipped his whiskey. No shouting, no unnecessary threats, no panic. It was as if he had planned everything perfectly beforehand. The passengers inside the plane didn't even realize what was happening, because Cooper didn't disturb anyone. All communication was through the crew. The flight landed in Seattle. By that time, the police, FBI, and media had gathered in large numbers. But Cooper gave strict instructions. Let all the passengers off, the crew will stay. All passengers got off safely. Only Cooper, a few flight attendants, and 2 pilots remained on the plane. The money and parachutes were brought on board. Cooper didn't count the money, he simply took the bag. Then he said, "Now we'll fly to Mexico City." Night had fallen. The doors were shut, darkness all around, strong winds. Cooper instructed the crew to keep the rear stairway of the plane open. The Boeing 727 had a special stairway at the back for easy exit. The pilots flew toward the skies over Nevada and Oregon. Then suddenly, Cooper disappeared. He jumped from thousands of feet in the air with a parachute and a bag full of cash. It was a dark, cold, rainy night, with dense forest and mountains below. No one knew where Cooper landed, or whether he survived at all. Then began the largest air hijacking investigation in U.S. history. The FBI named the case NORJAK, Northwest Hijacking. Thousands of agents searched. Oregon, Washington, Nevada, even into Canada. They found some clues. Cooper had left behind a black tie and some fingerprints on the plane. The money was made up of marked bills, with every serial number recorded. But even after years, there was no trace of Cooper. It was as if he had vanished into thin air. The FBI interrogated thousands of people. Among them, a few became major suspects. 1. Richard Floyd McCoy, a Vietnam War veteran. In 1972, he hijacked a plane in almost the exact same way, jumped with a parachute, and escaped with money. But he was later caught. Many believe he might have been Cooper, but no solid evidence was found. 2. Dwayne Webber. On his deathbed, he allegedly confessed to his wife saying, "I'm D.B. Cooper," but no evidence supported this claim. 3. Kenneth Christensen, a former Northwest Airlines employee who had deep knowledge about aircraft. His life and appearance closely matched Cooper's description, but DNA evidence didn't match. 4. Robert Rackstraw, a Vietnam War pilot, brave and intelligent, with several similarities to Cooper. But the case never held up due to lack of evidence. Each suspect sparked stories and documentaries, but the real Cooper remains a mystery to this day. Over the years, people have proposed many theories. Some say Cooper died after the jump. The freezing temperatures, the storm, and the terrain made survival nearly impossible. Others say he was a former soldier or pilot who knew exactly how to survive. Some believe Cooper escaped to Canada and started a new life under a different identity. Others think Cooper was part of a larger group, which is why his real identity has never been uncovered. In 1980, an unbelievable incident took place. A young boy, playing near a river, discovered old $20 bills buried in the sand. They matched the serial numbers of the bills Cooper had taken. This proved that Cooper did land somewhere, but whether he survived or died after that, no one knows. In 2016, the FBI officially closed the case. They said, "Greater than, we are no longer actively looking for Cooper." But in the minds of people, Cooper still lives. He remains the only hijacker in US history to jump from a plane with money and never be caught. Some call him a criminal, others call him a hero, a man who outsmarted the system. D.B. Cooper remains the biggest unsolved mystery in American history. One man, one bag of money, and one jump. Even after 50 years, the world still wonders. Where did D.B. Cooper go?